me, it reminds me of this quote when everyone says that music is what feelings sound like, and it really is true. You get all your feelings out through music. It's who you are, how you express yourself, you can do all through music. Like when I get behind the drums, I'm a totally different person. Anything that's going on in my life just disappears, and it's the greatest feeling ever. You feel nothing but the music, and you just get into this other planet that like you're just not on Earth, and it's better than any drug. It's better than alcohol. It's the greatest feeling ever when you're playing and really connecting with people. So therapy is a big one for me.
It's a great outlet to get some of your rage or sadness or any emotion out. So it's cathartic. I chose music as a career path because it's what I was doing with my time already. It's what had my eye and my ear and what I was passionate about.
It's just what makes me the happiest. It's something that I can do that I can be the most creative with, or there's other people that bring ideas and you can bond with somebody over that, and I think it's just really cool. Like the community that you get to meet and work with, and there's just like endless possibilities.
You know, you really get in the right scene and everything. You can, create a career in any different way, from it's the music art, the music as, the music, it's got so many different paths and directions you can go in, whether it's business or you're actually creating the music. There's so many paths to go, and it's a cool business to get into. I really love it.
You'll meet a lot of cool people. You'll get to express yourself creatively, and music will live a lot longer than I will. You get a chance to make something that's more immortal than yourself.
Well, I grew up around Detroit. I grew up in Troy, and I would love to go to shows at the Magic Stick when that was going on. That was like my favorite place to go. I saw a bunch of bands there, and it just seemed like the right place to be, the right place to make music. And there's such a good culture and history here with garage rock bands, and you see all the bands that have made it from Detroit have like this rugged, like, we're from Detroit, we kick some ass, and that's like what we want to do. We want to keep that image alive. Like, we want to kick some ass, we're from Detroit, everybody knows where Detroit is. So we're trying to do that.
But why Detroit for music? I mean, it's the best place I know for it, without sweltering through 100-degree heat,
Just has a badass reputation, and I think it follows our suit, follows our style, and I think it's an awesome place.
I mean, I feel like there haven't ever really been any times where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I've always wanted to keep going no matter what's going on. I was in a few bands before where it's just the people didn't have as much commitment to the music. They were in it just for like the live shows and the girls and money and the whatever. And I just wanted to be there playing music on stage. That's where I feel the most comfortable.
Honestly, I broke 2 bass strings in like a week of a new set, and I guess that's a small time thing. That's more of like and then screw music. That was it. No,
another string fuck this.
Yeah, I guess I'll die. I mean, there have been a few times. It's a very high barrier to entry to be a professional in the creative world. You need to be really dedicated at your craft, and even if you're dedicated and hardworking, there's no guarantee you'll make it.
I'd say these two. I mean, they keep everything going. I think when we go down, when any one of us gets down, we're like brothers to where we call each other out. That's why I think these two work great. We're split apart in age, like perfectly, to where we all bring out different, attributes, and I think we keep each other going. And it's a cool thing.
There haven't really been any times where I'm like, this isn't something that I can keep doing. Like, I think we drove out to Ann Arbor in the middle of a snowstorm. We got our van that doesn't have very good wheels on it, and we were sliding all over the place for like 2 hours, and he was driving, and it was like a nightmare, and I was sitting in the back because we didn't have an actual seat in the back yet, but we had a folding Michigan State like folding chair, and I was sitting in that just under a blanket because our windows don't shut all the way, and I was just thinking, well, this is probably where I'm gonna die. Like, I didn't think of ever like calling it quits though.
I think I'll be doing music in some capacity for the rest of my life. I don't, can't help it.
You just got to battle through those grinds. Sometimes you're tired and you get home, you're like, why the hell am I doing this? You know, we made $20 and we played for 3 people. You know, then you're like, holy shit, we made a couple grand and we just played for 800 people. So, you know, comes up and down, but, you know, you just got to battle through it.
So far, these two are the best at doing that I've come across, and it's been, I don't see myself going anywhere else. Like, I think this is the band that I can keep going, so I don't think there's anything that could really keep me from doing music.
Ups and downs is the biggest thing, but I mean, keeps bringing me back is, yeah, just the feeling of being behind the drums. It's just the greatest feeling ever.
Many musicians in Detroit and all over the world, you see something you've never seen before. You've seen someone who has a massive amount of talent or has built their own beat machine or, you know, constructed something musical or otherwise that you wouldn't have dreamt about in your wildest dreams. And, you know, like even, it's corny, but even things as simple as movies about the creative process, you know, keeps me going to see that people are keeping the faith and creating new things. And that's pretty inspirational.